Okay.
All right, Tasha, take it away.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Megan. And thank you guys all for showing up. Um, Thank you for showing your faces if you can, but I am totally 100% understanding when you cannot, because most of the time when I log into these calls, I am the queen of multitasking at 8 p.m. at night. So I get it if you are doing other things or just don't want to show your face, but kudos to all of you that are on here listening or watching the recording at some point in time when it's free for you. These Dash to Director calls, you guys are fantastic. I love logging in. I learn something new every time. Even doing this for almost 4 years now, I still love taking in information, and it's always good to refresh as well. So second of all, did you guys have a chance to go out and watch on the Discover Zaya Advantage yet? The group that we have set up. Erin Bradley came on this morning. Of course, she had a super cute sneak peek on there. But I watched that today and something just hit me right away, knowing that I had this training tonight and that, I would love to say that I had this well prepared of what I was going to talk about well before today. But I watched Erin this morning and she talked right in the beginning and she said something about when they knew they wanted to start something, but she said, I am not a salesman. She said, I am not a salesperson at all. And that just resonated with me. And I thought, you know what, that's so true to kind of what I want to talk about tonight. But she said, and you're going to bear with me because I have notes here so I can stay on track. She said, Zaya is not a forced sale. Activewear is something that is shared and sold naturally. It's such an authentic sale. And I couldn't agree more. And I think that's what I kind of wanted to lead into with my whole talk about what I do in my VIP group. You guys, it's a passion. We all love Zaya. Okay. You're here because you love Zaya for whatever reason. It makes you feel good. You're here for the income. You're here for the community. You name it. We should be passionate about Zaya. And our VIP group is the ultimate place to share that passion with everyone. Okay. So I'm going to talk a little bit just about systems. I feel systems are super important for me. But as we go through this and as you listen, I want everyone to know I am Tasha. You are you. You shouldn't try to be like me. I'm not going to try to be like you. Your VIP place is where you run your business. That's what's so cool about Zaya is you can be you. All right. I take tips and ideas from other leaders, but I also say, no, I can't do that. That's not for me. So that's what's cool. And that's what I want you guys all to take away from this is, oh, you maybe say, oh, there's some things maybe I should do, or maybe I should, try. But remember, it's your VIP group. It's your parties that you're running. Everything is yours. And that's the cool thing about Zaya is we can all be you. Number one thing that I like to do throughout my business is to build trust. And if anybody's listened to any of other training that I might have done before through Dash to Director or anything else to company wide, I love to build trust. And I feel like that is the number one important thing in my business. And that's trust between customers, trust with teammates, a level of trust with me, with our brand. And I'm just going to give you a few tips that I think that I, do in my VIP group to help build trust, which then eventually leads to, repeat customers, new customers, etc. So number one way to build trust is by having conversations. And maybe you remember when you first started as a rep and you listened to one of Megan's trainings about the 4 simple steps. And then maybe you listened to Robin Eddy talk about her Frank list of 100 names to write down. The root of some of the most basic things in our business all revolve around having conversations. So I can't stress it enough that even though what I may talk about showing up in your system in your VIP group, there is so much behind the scenes work. And again, this isn't new, you guys. This isn't something that you don't already know, but it's behind the scenes work that really, really matters in moving your business. And so much of that is having conversations. So it's the conversations in the reach outs. It's the conversations for example, just this last week or whenever it was when the boyfriend cardigan was released in that steel gray. I like to say I have a lot of systems, I don't do a lot of paper. I have a lot of online things, which some of you might say, oh, I could never do that. but I have a Google Doc so that I can always access it from my phone, from work, from the car, you name it. And I have a list of names. I keep my restock list in a Google Doc. So I also keep a list of people that, if they wanted a boyfriend cardigan or a boyfriend hoodie at one time, I've got that list readily available. So another conversation piece, when that steel gray boyfriend cardigan was released, I went to my Google Doc and found my names of customers that have ordered that in the past. And I shot them a link instantly. Hey, I know you love this. We launched it in steel gray. It's probably not going to be around long. Just little pieces like that. Those are conversations. Those are, wow, Tasha went out of her way to tell me that this launched. Maybe I don't want it right now, but gosh, yeah, I do really love the one I had. So those are little things where I'm like, they trust me. They trust I know what they like. So it's little things like that. It's as simple as keeping your restock list and actually following through on it. Okay. So I have that same Google Doc that kind of has, oh, so-and-so in a party made a comment that, gosh, I wish they had more 28-inch leggings. Ding, ding, ding. I'm going to put that on my Google Doc list so that when we get a 28-inch legging, I might say, hey, you remember this? This was from Julie's party. We just launched this legging, thought you might like it. It's a conversation. I might not get a response, but little tips that you can do and pick up. And I'm going to intermingle a little bit between VIP and parties because I think they both kind of go hand in hand. But people that make comments on a post in a party that say, maybe you've got some flat lays. Hey, what is that tank top? Those are things. And if that tank top happens to be one that's not in stock anymore because your post my party template might not be completely up to date, that's where you make a note in that drive and be like, first you're going to obviously try to sell her on something different, but if something comes down the line later, those are just added little pieces that I feel like really builds trust with a potential customer or an existing customer. So have those conversations. Another thing, conversations is, of course, sending thank you messages. I don't know about all of you guys, but those free item emails, they're really starting to roll through. And I know we're all thinking, oh gosh, what are we going to do with all these? Well, I spent way more time than I thought I was going to do yesterday. And I texted every single one of those customers. And it was a very scripted message. Thank you so much for creating an account on my new Zaya website. You can't beat free. I hope you love your new joggers. End of it. And the response that I've gotten back was tremendous. And then someone else said, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. My daughter is getting the da 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 da, and I decided to add on a couple items for myself. I can't believe Zaya's generosity. And I'm sure there's some of you that you're getting some emails that you didn't even know those people were in your group. Okay. I just had 2 come through tonight and I was like, wow. So does that not prove a point? People are watching what we are doing. Okay. So you've got to show up. You've got to be consistent. You've got to be making conversations because they are watching. I know so many times we think they aren't, but everybody, if you've ever been on a training, they're going to say, people are watching. So again, number one way to build trust is by having conversations. And there's so many ways to have conversations. Going off that list of 100 names that you wrote down the first day you started, making thank yous, making follow-up messages, finding out about your customers, not just about Zaya. I can't tell you how many times, even as I'm working to get a hostess, I simply ask them, what do you do? What do you do for a living? It's a great conversation piece. Everybody does something. It's a great conversation piece. So as you're thanking somebody, and if you, maybe it's a pair of joggers that they ordered in a party, instead of just saying, thank you for the joggers, hey, what do you do? Do you work outside the home? Gosh, those joggers are going to be great as a teacher. Gosh, those joggers are going to be great as da 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 da. And then it kind of leads into, oh, I'm a business professional. Gosh, have you ever tried our Everywhere zipper joggers or our Peak zipper joggers? You would love those for the office. So creating a little more conversation builds a relationship and it builds so much trust rather than being spammy, and I know we say this, I'm not going to send a thank you message and say, thank you for your joggers. Would you like to host a party next week? You can get 20, 2 items free. Da, 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 da. No, it's a process, you guys. It is a process and you have to be patient. All right. You have to be patient. So have those conversations. I can make sure I stay on track. I'm already 12 minutes in. All right. Another thing I like to just say here is that everything I'm doing as far as customers, most of our customers obviously come to us from the party. Okay. So when Megan said, talk a little about parties, talk a little bit about your VIP group, they go hand in hand. To me, my VIP group is an ongoing party all the time. I should always have action in there all the time. And I challenge you guys to all after this, go look at your own VIP group and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll for a long time. Tell me if you, as you're looking, are you throwing in some lives? Are you throwing in some still pictures? Are you throwing in pictures of somebody that's not you, not your size, not your shape, not your age? Are you throwing in something that is completely unrelated to Zaya? Are you throwing in some interactive type things? Are you telling them about you? I mean, are you sharing anything other than Zaya? I challenge you to do that. And I challenge you to add to what you're doing. Mix it up. If you're not doing any of those things that I mentioned, throw some of those in there because people are watching and people care about you. I've said this once, I've said it before. Zaya is awesome, but it's not the coolest thing about you. Each of you are unique. You all have something fun, something different going on in your life. Share that, you guys. If you're people in my VIP group, and I'll just throw some things out here, they're going to know that I am a new puppy owner. Okay. They're going to know that my puppy's getting neutered today and that I'm sad without him at home. They're going to know that I am a huge Iowa State fan. They're going to know that I love going to the lake. They're going to know about my kids. They're going to know, I don't know what recipe. They're going to know I meal prep. They're going to know so many things. They're going to know I have plantar fasciitis. You know why? Because I share all that stuff. And I tell you what, it's a community. And going back to stupid plantar fasciitis, I battled it for a year, but by gosh, I get more messages from people on the side that say, have you done this for your plantar fasciitis? How's your foot doing? Somebody even told me they get ads on their phone because they've searched plantar fasciitis things for me. Okay. It's just things like that. Those are conversations. Those are things you're going to do if you're going out with your girlfriends, right? So if you go out for coffee, for lunch, for beers, for whatever, with 10 of your closest Zaya teammates, what are you going to talk about? Well, yes, we're going to talk about Zaya, but you're going to get off subject and you're going to talk about your kids. You're going to talk about what you did. You're going to talk about some vacation. You're going to talk about, okay, you're not going to talk only about Zaya. So don't do that just in your VIP group. I'm not going to say it's dull, but it's going to spice it up if you spice it up. Okay. So broaden your things that you're talking about, share about what you're doing. Do you volunteer somewhere? Do you read books? Are you in a book club? People care. And if they don't, they'll scroll right on by. Okay. Don't get hung up on likes. Don't get hung up on comments. We all know people are watching. Okay. And if they don't comment, that doesn't matter. Be you. Okay. Spice it up. That's right. Let's see, I get off track. Building trust is also super important with your hostesses. I'm not going to go a huge bit into parties because you guys, you all know it. We get a hostess because they trust us. All right. They like our brand, they like our products, and they like something we did that they are going to host a party with us. You've got to build that trust right away. You should be asking what they do for a living, how many kids they have, what their work schedule is like. When is it a good time for you to post a picture? You know that because you know what they do. If they're at home, if they're at work, if they can only be online on the weekend, build a relationship with your hostess and be in constant communication with them the entire time. 3, 4, 5 days before the party, night of the party. Hey, I just went live. Could you please go out and like that post? Hey, tomorrow I'm going to have you post a picture. Hey, what do you think? Who do you think your shoppers are going to be? Have you ever asked your hostess that? Who do you think your shoppers are going to be? I ask them that. And then I watch for them to comment, or maybe we're going to start tagging them. they know, they're going to know who they think might shop, who's going to like it. I mean, they know their friends better than we do. So something else on parties that I've noticed that I've done recently, I clearly want everybody that's in that party into my VIP group. And that is a huge goal of mine. And yes, sometimes I lure them. It might be, I used to always do a $10 gift card or two $10 gift cards, depending on what it was. I now have kind of gone away from that a little bit because for a while I noticed I wasn't getting a ton of interaction. I wouldn't get people to comment. I maybe only get 2 or 3 people to comment, but yet I'd still have a lot of sales coming. So instead, I would do a party promo and kick it off the beginning of it and say, here is my party promo. And it can be whatever you want. It can be free shipping on this or $15 off a combo set or whatever it might be, $5 off bras. Pick a party promo and let it run the whole thing. You guys know parties. I run mine 5 days, but some people run them 2 weeks long. Some people run them 3 days long. People aren't tuned in like we are. Okay. They're not tuning in every single day and looking at every single post. So I found when I ran a party promo, and I love to run a party promo that is free shipping if you're a VIP. Everybody loves that, right? So if I'm giving all of the shoppers free shipping, yes, that's an expense. And I don't want you guys to think you have to do that. It's to what your budget allows. But then I know I'm giving something to every shopper, and it might entice more shoppers. And you can only get free shipping if you're one of my VIPs. So that's an instant way. Here's my link to my VIP group. Once you're in it, I'll send you your code for free shipping. And I have everybody text me. I know a lot of people love Messenger. I love text. I don't always have Facebook Messenger there. So my cell phone is blasted everywhere, which is good and bad. I have people calling me tonight asking me for guidance on what to get for their free item. No, I don't want to just pick it out. It's free. But anyway, I'm a big texter, so I would rather carry on a conversation via text. So here's your free shipping code. Hey, I got you in my VIP group. By the way, in my VIP group, I'm running a little prize board right now, and your purchase in this party will get you entered in my VIP group. Wow, that's awesome. And then all of a sudden they're tuning into my VIP group because they want to see if they're in that drawing. Okay. So I have been running group parties for a long time. I like to run them the first part of the month. I like to get 3 to 5 hostesses. And then that's my party week. And then the rest of the month, I focus on my VIP group. Granted, I will run single parties. We're always trying to get parties, but that's just what I do. Some people don't like group parties. I love them. But just know that your hostess for your party, you should be, I don't know, you guys, it's like whining and dining them. I'm so appreciative to the hostesses. So coach them, guide them along, be supportive. And hey, maybe you could shoot a little message to your shoppers that you thought, just, remind them of the link. I know Robin the other night talked to, and we talked about the chat option. Has anybody in here, and I haven't even looked at this chat, but have you guys created the chat group from your VIP groups? Show of hands if you have. Do it. Do it. If you don't see the chat button, you might not have updated your Facebook. You might need to update your settings. It is super simple. There's just a little button that says chat. You can create it. Here's what I love about the chat. You willingly join it. So I invited everybody in my VIP group, but it's up to them if they willingly want to join it, or they can decline it. So you know what? If they joined it, they want to see what I'm throwing in there. And my point of the chat group, and I told them I'm not going to spam you. I'm not going to keep throwing stuff in here. I'm only going to show you something that I think deserves a little more attention or an additional message to what I'm posting in my VIP group, because they're all in my VIP group. Okay. And I have found that people just randomly will, oh gosh, I had those leggings today on the Make Room Monday sale. They're awesome. Well, that's fun for the other hundreds of people to see too. Okay. So if you haven't done it, do it. I love that feature better than I love the @everyone tag. I know the @everyone is awesome, and there's so many times that it's a great thing to use. But the chat, they willingly want to see what's in there. So I'm even going to throw around some ideas that, I might just throw a little free shipping code in there first and see just a little perk, hey, or something in there to see who's watching. So do that chat. And that's an excellent thing to do in your parties as well. It's a great thing to say, hey, the party is kicking off. Here's the shopping link. Maybe not putting anything in there for a while, but if you do a giveaway, yes. And then, hey, our party's wrapping up. Here is the shopping link again, if you haven't had a chance to browse. So it's another way of communication and reaching people. So, and obviously going live, that's a no-brainer. I feel it's so important to go live. I sometimes have to stop myself from going live in my VIP group. I'll be like, oh gosh, twice, 3 times a day is probably too much. But I go live a lot. If something restocked, oh, you guys, this is great. You should get this. They don't have to be long. They don't have to be, totally, perfect every time, but I like to go live. And I think in your parties, it is absolutely important. Let's see. Okay. And I talked about sharing more than just your business, right? Yes, we talked about that. It's a way of building relationships. Talk about your business consistently and confidently. Okay. Be confident. I can't say it enough. Confident is a great thing. Be confident. And when I first started, I like to say systems is great for your VIP group to an extent. I still like to have some sporadic things, but for me, and like so many of you, I am busy. I work out. I work part-time outside of the home. I have kids. I have active kids. I have busy kids. I got to cook. I got to clean. I got to do the laundry. I got to do all the things. But guess what? I'm no different from any one of you. We are all busy people. But anybody in my team will know that I say it, and busy people get shit done. But you got to have a system and you got to have some organization. So I feel like when you have a system, it leads to progress and it leads to successfulness. And I feel like my VIP group just kind of runs. I don't have to think about it because I know every morning at 6 a.m. I'm going to do a video of it's either going to be a live video or it's going to be an outfit of the day picture. It's like brushing my teeth, you guys. I just do it. So that's every day. And then obviously, if there's a restock, those kind of things get thrown in. But I pretty much have a plan for my week. My morning lives, Tuesday, I do a Tasha's Tuesday Truth. It's usually completely unrelated to Zaya. It might be what's going on in the world. It might be kind of something that's going on with me. It might be the weather. It might be something inspirational. It might be a interactive type thing. But I like to do that on a Tuesday evening, because it draws a little engagement to my group. And you know what that means? Next day is Wednesday, which leads to my new release Wednesday picture. I don't use a stock photo. I use my own photo with the same template. It's just kind of like a lot of you guys use Canva. I don't use Canva. I'm terrible at Canva, but I have a different app that I use. And I just post a picture of myself in New Release Wednesday. I do it every Wednesday. And then, Thursdays and Fridays, my post is always Friday. And then the weekends are the weekend. I'm showing what we're doing, whether we're sitting on the couch doing whatever. It's so routine for me that I feel like I don't ever have to think about what to post. So if you guys just be you and share being you, you can't overshare. All right. You literally cannot overshare. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Maybe 5 more minutes, Megan. I didn't do a ton on giveaways, but I will say, don't give away too much. Our product is so good, you don't have to, but reward your customers and keep them on their toes. Okay. We know that if you give a ton of discounts, maybe they're not going to buy until there is a discount, but if you throw some out there sporadically, they'll eat it up. So I like to have some things planned ahead, very definitely. But I also like to throw some spontaneous discounts in there. So I've done the prize boards. I've done the VIP shopping links. I got a birthday club. I do a referral program. I've done bra blitzes, leggings challenge, mystery hostess events, growing gift card. This is the first time I tried that. And I've been doing this 4 years. So I've never done a growing gift card, just did it the last 5 days. You know why? Because I want that extra bonus. I want that 500. I want that 1,000 PV in the 5 days. Spontaneous free shippings here or there, or throwing out there was a snow day recently. I threw out a snow day gift card and, first one to grab it gets it. What is a growing gift card? That's the first time I saw something on the chat. Growing gift card is, I said on the last 5 days, I was going to have a growing gift card. Any purchase made, I donate, or I put 10% of their purchase onto a gift card. So my logic here was, you guys, if I get that bonus, I'm going to get $100 bonus. Okay. If it means so here was my thought process. I don't like to give everything away, but if I can earn the commission and if I'm going to get that $100 bonus, I'll give it back to my customers in return. So, so it wasn't technically costing me anything. Granted that 100, it's the extra bonus, but so if they made $100 order, I put $10 on the gift card. Next person made a $25 order, they got $2.50. So every purchase, I grew the gift card by 10% before tax and shipping. So so that is going on through the end of tomorrow. And then I said if I got the gift card to $50, I'd throw something in. If I got it to 100, I'd throw something in. So something fun, something different. It's out on the marketing page, you guys. There's so much stuff on the marketing page. I don't dream any of this stuff up myself, but and that's another great area to utilize the chat. So in closing, obviously the fortune is in the follow-up. Again, it's a way to build trust. It's a way to have another conversation. It is absolutely the key. I've seen it just in these follow-ups with these people that have ordered the free items, just thanking them for creating an account. They're going to remember that. They're going to be so appreciative when they get that item and they're going to love it. And obviously, clearly focusing on sharing the opportunity in that follow-up, that's always a no-brainer. So let's see. Fall in love with your system, okay? Fall in love with it. Goals are great. They are good for planning your progress. Systems are good for actually making progress, okay? Think about that again. Goals are great. You have to have a goal. But your systems are good for making progress. With a system of continuous small improvements, you'll have a better chance of achieving your desired outcome. So make your VIP group a system. Know what you got going on, okay? Sometimes it's great to fly by your seat of the pants, but it's also good to have something set in stone so you're not worried, always frazzled about what to do. Fall in love with your system and you can be satisfied and happy. Sorry, I'm reading some of my notes now as we close. The purpose of goals are to achieve and win the game, right? But building systems is the way you play the game. All right. So you have to have something in place to play the game. It's about the cycle of continuous improvement rather than a single accomplishment. Your commitment to the process will determine your progress. And then I want to tell you, I'm going to grab this really quick because I forgot to grab it here. I have this little inspirational thing up every day. And it says on today for Monday, January 30th, it says, I believe in never giving up, no matter what the odds. My mantra is failure is temporary, giving up is permanent. We've all had bad months, right? We've all had bad weeks. We've maybe had a bad year, but failure is temporary. If you give up, that's permanent. Okay. So in your VIP group, if you put something out there and nobody grabbed it, okay, was that a failure? No. Okay. You learned. Maybe your VIP doesn't like to play games. My VIP doesn't really like to play games. But if I just give up and never do good, that's giving up is permanent. Okay. Don't give up. All right. Try it again and try it again and again and again. It's just like reaching out. It's you guys just stick at it and keep your VIPs spicy. That's really what I can say is spice it up a little bit and have fun with it. So I think that's it. The very, very last thing, I know a lot of people leave everybody with a challenge. So I'm going to ask this, and I did this actually to my kids. I sent a message in our family chat today. I said, tell me 3 attributes needed for success. So if you guys have a pen or paper handy, would you just write down 3 attributes, 3 words, 3 attributes that you feel are necessary for success? I'm going to give you just a few seconds to write those 3 words that pop into your mind. And then will you drop one of those words in the chat? Oh, grit, confidence, determination, consistency, inspiring, consistency, show up, motivation, trying, consistency, positivity, positive mindset, consistent. I love it. Mindset. Okay, I love it. Disciplined. This is great for people watching it back. Confidence. Okay, these are great. I'm going to read you what my family said. Positive attitude, team player, patience, that came through twice, consistency, commitment, dedication, motivation, perseverance, positivity, determination, toughness, relentlessness. So, focus, determination. Okay, so take a look at all those words and look at your VIP group and take all those attributes and take them back to your business. Okay. Willing to learn. So many good ones, you guys. That's it. That's all I have.
I love it. Thank you, Tasha. Does anybody have any questions for Tasha before we wrap up? That was like perfect timing too, Tasha. I loved it. I thought it was so good. I loved how she started it with like, be you, don't try to watch what other people are. I mean, obviously get ideas from other people and you can, watch and learn from people, but be you, don't try to, be doing the business just like Tasha or just like Deb, or you have to be yourself. So I love how you started that out, Tasha. That was perfect. And then all about the conversations. It was awesome. Lots of good tips. Anybody have any questions for her?
I actually have one question.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what the app was that you use, because I've tried to use Canva and I can't figure it out. So I was curious what you use.
The app I use is called GoDaddy Studio. I've used it since I started, and it does have layers in it. So
Okay.
I self-taught myself, but one I absolutely love too is Snapseed. It's a free app, so
Okay.
that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you betcha. Somebody said, how do you suggest getting your customers to leave reviews without asking? Like in a VIP group, I just actually had some of them when it came about through my texting, through a follow-up. A long time ago, I did offer in the beginning, I would offer like a $5 off your next order if they posted a review. So I have done something like that before. But then I would get the same person, that would want to post a picture every single time. I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep doing that. But you can, a lot of times just in your follow-up asking, if they love their item, if they would please share that, or I'll ask if I can share it. But I love it when customers post something instead of just me. I don't do that. And I don't do that enough, but that's a great thing. And it makes people feel confident when they can share in your group as well. Deb said, I loved your idea of having your customers play rep while you were in Costa Rica. Yes, that was something I just came up with. I said, I took volunteers to be a rep for a day, and they had to share, they had to post. And then I did let them place one order using my rep discount. So it kind of indirectly shows people what it's like to be a rep as well. So it's like, hey, you posted a picture, you wore and shared, however you want to say that. And you're getting a rep discount. See how that easy that is? Yes, indirectly also in your VIP groups, talk about your items that you got free. Talk about your items that you got half price. That's sharing the rep opportunity without sharing the rep opportunity. I like to share in indirect ways. Also in my parties, I always talk about the free and half price items that I get as a rep.
Awesome. Anyone else have anything for Tasha? Anyone at all? So many good tips. That's awesome. All right. If we don't have anything else, all right, I'll let you guys all go and I will post the recording tomorrow. Thank you so much, Tasha. Again, amazing.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, everybody.